The Trojan War, a legendary conflict in Greek mythology, stemmed from a seemingly insignificant event, a golden apple. This apple, inscribed with the words "to the fairest," was thrown by Eris, the goddess of discord, into a wedding feast of the gods. Three goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, each claimed the apple as their own, sparking a vanity-fueled dispute. Zeus, hesitant to intervene, appointed the Trojan prince Paris as the judge. Each goddess offered Paris a bribe. Hera promised him power, Athena offered wisdom, and Aphrodite tempted him with the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Paris, swayed by desire, chose Aphrodite, unknowingly setting in motion the events that would lead to the Trojan War. Helen, wife of King Menelaus of Sparta, was renowned for her beauty. True to her word, Aphrodite orchestrated a meeting between Helen and Paris, and they fell deeply in love. Under Aphrodite's influence, Helen abandoned her husband and sailed with Paris to Troy. This act of treachery, a blatant violation of hospitality and marital bonds, enraged Menelaus and his brother Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae. Agamemnon, determined to avenge his brother's honor and reclaim Helen, assembled a vast Greek army, calling upon the greatest warriors of the land, including the mighty Achilles. Thus began the Trojan War, a conflict that would last for 10 long years. The Trojan War was a brutal and bloody stalemate for many years, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The greatest warrior among the Greeks was Achilles, a demigod whose rage was as legendary as his skill in battle. However, Achilles withdrew from the fighting after a dispute with Agamemnon, refusing to fight. His absence was a turning point, tipping the scales in favor of the Trojans, led by the noble Hector, son of King Priam. The Trojans pushed the Greeks back to their ships, and in a desperate attempt to save his comrades, Patroclus, Achilles' closest friend, entered the battle wearing Achilles' armor. Hector, unaware of the deception, killed Patroclus in battle. The news of Patroclus's death ignited Achilles' fury. He rejoined the battle, seeking revenge against Hector. The duel between Achilles and Hector is one of the most iconic moments in the Trojan War, a clash of heroes fueled by rage and grief. Achilles, driven by rage, ultimately killed Hector, but his victory was short-lived. He was later killed by Paris with an arrow guided by the god Apollo. Even without Achilles, the Greeks could not break through the impenetrable walls of Troy. The war raged on until Odysseus, the cunning Greek leader, devised a plan. The Greeks built a giant wooden horse, the Trojan horse, and presented it as a peace offering to the Trojans before seemingly sailing away in defeat. Unbeknownst to the Trojans, a group of Greek warriors were hidden inside the horse's hollow belly. The Trojans, believing the horse to be a gift, brought it within their city walls, sealing their fate. Under the cover of night, the Greek warriors emerged from the horse and opened the city gates, allowing the Greek army to sack and burn Troy. The city fell, ending the Trojan War in a decisive victory for the Greeks.